What up, though, people? It's your man, Prof. This is another episode of Let's Talk About It on the Real Ish Radio Network. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and on the Real Ish Radio app. So wherever you at, we appreciate you joining us tonight on the show. We got comedian, writer, actor, you know what I'm saying? One of my new favorite comedians. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. You know what I'm saying? I saw her do a thing on All Def Digital and other different platforms, and then recently seen a comedy show of her just tear the roof off. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely a big fan of it. And it's I'm a pleasure to have her on the show tonight. I want y'all to give it up for my people. Make sure y'all be in that comment showing love. Comedian Kanisha Bucks. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad we finally was able to connect and get this conversation.
Definitely. So, what's going on? Thanks for having me, by the way. I'm turned up.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's like I said, I've seen you on multiple platforms do your thing, and I believe it was October. I saw you on the Keep Your Distance comedy show, and I seen you just go nuts, all gas, no break, from start to finish. Like, people have good comedy sets, but rarely are they just start to finish. Like, I don't even know if you knew you was in that type of zone. I was like, man, I got to tap in with her. So when I reached out and you responded, I was like, wow, and she's down to earth. I'm like, definitely got to kick it with her and show some love and let my audience know about you as well.
Definitely. I appreciate it. The crazy thing about that show, that's the second time. Those are all new jokes because I was the party person, never having kids, nothing. So that was the second time I ever performed those jokes. Like, I have been working on them, and I was like, all right, we're going to see what happened. Whole new set. So I'm glad everybody received it.
It definitely worked. We're going to get back to that. But right now, let's take it back a little bit. I want my people to know about you. So,
okay.
Where are you from, like, originally?
Okay, so I'm originally from Seattle, Washington. Moved to LA in 2009. Got a tattoo of a microphone on the back of my neck my first day here after I drank 2 pitchers of Cadillac margaritas on the beach. I was like, oh yeah, I like it down here.
That'll do it. That'll definitely do it.
I'm originally from Seattle. Yeah.
So how was it coming up in Seattle? Because I know like few people from there. And I know only thing they really always talk about is the rain.
It's so crazy. So a lot of people, when the Crips moved up from California, they took over Seattle. So my uncles ran the gangs. I was in a drive-by when I was 8. A lot of stuff that people didn't know that was happening in Seattle. Like, I grew up watching initiations in my yard every Friday. So it's so funny when people were like, oh, y'all had that type of stuff going on? I'm like, yeah, we did. It was wild up Rainier Vista. It was wild. We had the 2 places where, a school separated the 2 like black neighborhoods, and we was, everybody was always at war. I had dual citizenship though, because I was cool. So I messed with everybody. Like, hey, I'm just, I had access to everywhere. But Seattle's cool. Chicago get more rain than we do, but we're known for the rainy city. I think for us, it'd be like 100 degrees, then it'd be snowing, then it'd be raining, then it back to 100 degrees. So Seattle, like, the running joke is we don't even trust the weatherman. It's so unpredictable. So it's not as high in the summer. So it's beautiful too. It's all green. It's like being dropped in the middle of a forest.
Cool. So what I would say, growing up in that environment, how did that mold you to the woman you are, the comedian you are? I'm sure the actor that you are. I'm sure growing up in those type of elements prepares you for the grueling industry that you're in.
Yeah, I'm definitely a grounded person. I've seen Hollywood destroy a lot of people that don't have a foundation, self-worth, identity, things like that. They're confused. I've always been a popular person and a fun person, I guess. And I always knew how to fight. I don't know where that came from, just in case anybody needed to know. But no. So, that wasn't the biggest part that really shaped me. I think for shaping and really, so our whole history makes us. But what's made me the person that I am today that can calculate things and get out of things and is me becoming a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. They refined it, the rough parts of me, because I was always a goofy, rough person, and they helped me blend those 2 things together. Okay. I grew up around a lot of shit that I knew I didn't want to be involved in. So I knew that I was like, okay, I got to have another way out because this ain't it for me. So I guess that's the best one. Seattle has so many opportunities. So people really don't have to act stupid up there. They just want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man,
Okay.
we have so many programs and opportunities. It's crazy to watch so many people throw shit away because they want to be tough. I'm like, nah, I don't want to be tough if I don't have to
So,
be.
so,
Shit.
so you saying join the sorority, it molded you. Shouts out to the
Oh,
Zetas. The
yeah.
Zetas back in Detroit showed me a lot of love. I'm a photographer as well, so I shot a lot of their events. Shouts out to all y'all back home in Detroit, all the Zetas back there. They used to show me a lot of love. So I definitely got love for them. So what about joining that organization you would think changed or molded you?
It definitely helped me center myself. Like I was always wild. My Zeta name is uncontrollable because once I start, it's nothing they could do. Like we just gotta let her go. Um, but they gave me that. Like I'm the oldest out of all of my siblings, so I was always taking care of everybody and had to be so strong. So to get this group of sisters and brothers, because we have both, I was able to be weak and be vulnerable and help, ask people for help, which is a hard thing that I have to do is to ask for help. So that definitely taught me to ask for help and gave me this foundation. Even here now, we just had my daughter's second birthday party and frat was on everything, the DJing, taking pictures, help setting up food, cleaning up afterwards, bringing stuff. Like it's this family and a fine family here and wherever you go, even in California. It's like, okay, let me connect with my family so I know people always got my back. So just knowing that people have always, have your back and your best interest at heart helped shape me. You know what I'm saying? And I always had a support system. Comedy shows, they come sell them out. You know what I'm saying? They'll be there. So it helped me, even gain that confidence in comedy. Like, all right, okay, I got this. And my boyfriend at the time, who was my frat brother, is the one who dared me to even be a comedian. It was off of a dare. I was never even thinking about it. So like they've been very influential in my life. Yeah.
That's what's up. It's a national network. Like I never pledged, but I went to a HBCU, and no matter where we gonna run into somebody from our school,
Uh
or you know
huh.
what I'm saying. Once they know, they gonna hold you down. Oh, you went to Hampton? Oh yeah, we got you. We showing up, or we gonna support what
Mm-hmm.
you're doing. I totally get that whole type of family, second family situation and
Yeah.
how it can help, especially being in the entertainment industry. Because I mean, be honestly, everything works off of numbers. You know what I'm saying. So once
Yeah.
people see that you can bring a crowd, that takes you to a next level as far as booking more gigs or just
Mm-hmm.
your worth of it. They saying, okay, she has a crowd, she has a following. Because when I used to do music, it was the same thing. Like you trying to get into these shows or open up for somebody, but you got 20, 30 people that's going to come. They going to look at that like, hey, he brings a crowd with him. You know what I mean? So that definitely
Yep.
helps you get in the door. And once you get in the door, that's on you to do the rest.
Oh, and I do it.
Yeah, for sure. We gonna definitely tap into all of that tonight. You know what I'm saying? So was it? How long had you been in LA since you made that leap from leaving Seattle?
It's going on what 11 years, 2009, so 11 years almost, or
So what
it'll
do you
be
think
11 years,
your
July
biggest
3rd.
adjustment? What was your
You
biggest
know,
adjustments moving from Seattle to
two
LA?
things. The driving. When I came up driving in Seattle, we were number two friendliest driving state. Okay, people put their blinker on, they
Okay.
let you over. Hey, whatever. Here, I will pull over crying because you put your blinker on. They'll try to kill you out here. Like the driving. And when I was 18, my car got hit by a truck and thrown through a house. Took me a long time to get back in a car and to walk. And so my car trauma
Hold on,
here
hold on,
was so.
hold on. We're not just gonna skim past you got hit by a truck and went through a house. You're not about to just fumble past that and keep the story going. So what happened?
So my car got hit by a truck and thrown through a house when I was 18. Messed me up for a long time mentally. I had so much mental trauma. People to this day don't like to drive in a car with me. That's why I gotta
You
drive. I can't. I'm too
gotta be in
jumpy and I
control.
make other
I get it.
people. Yeah. So
I get it.
moving here re-triggered a lot of trauma. Like I would not drive even when I would follow bus routes. I wouldn't even get on the freeway. I'm like, I don't got time for none of this shit. So um yeah, so the traffic here was a big adjustment because I was like, I gotta learn here to drive, or they gonna kill me. If you put your blinker on, they will kill you to prove a point. Like, really, y'all just gonna run me off the road? Just like let a motherfucker go. Obviously, I got somewhere to be. It's dangerous out here. Shit.
Exactly.
um, and I think one of the hardest things was people's priorities. Like LA, one is smoke and mirrors. It's like you get here and people you grew up watching on TV and sleeping on your floor. You're like, this is some wild shit. Like everything is smoke and mirrors. out here. And so you have to get to a used to everything is a fantasy and don't trust nothing anybody to tell you. I don't even tell people I'm gonna be in a movie till I see the movie first and see me. Cause you'll get in some stuff, they'll film you, and then you'll be like, so y'all just cut me out of this whole mother. I done told everybody back home and shit. So
Yeah,
the
I feel you
lies.
on that. I feel you on that because I'm not gonna even lie. When I had booked you to do the interview, you see how I kept hitting you with the reminders, like, "Hey, we still
Yep.
good," because it happened to me before. Like I used to do podcasts back in like '08, '09, and I had the singer Truth Hurts. She's supposed to have been a guest, and
Mm-hmm.
she hit me up. We talking every day. She never called me. I always she always called private, so I never had a direct line to her. Just email, and when she called me, and the day of the show, the day before the show, she's like, only one thing I don't want to talk about Dr. Dre. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even know y'all messed around like that. I thought it was just
Yeah.
straight music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no problem. I'm like, this ain't my platform is never gonna be something messy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to talk
Yeah.
about it, we're not gonna talk about it. And so I'm set up. We live. It was similar to this, but it was audio instead of video. I got 200 people in the audience. They in the chat talking. She was no call, no show. So I've always been kind of skeptical of that. You know what I'm saying? Like putting up I put the promos up last minute because I don't ever want to be looking like I'm over here clout chasing off somebody's name or
Yeah.
this so-called celeb or whatever supposed to be on the show and they don't show. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
get that wholeheartedly because I've been through it before. But I know in LA it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. A lot of people you think winning is really out there struggling just to get by.
I know. That's why I be on here telling the truth. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers are lying. Let me. Hey, it's hard out here for a no, but I think, and then where I have a strong set of morals and values and ideas of how to treat people, and
Mm.
that is very hard to adjust here because people put the value, like we're talking about, they put the values in wrong things here. Like everybody moves here with their values twisted, their personalities be jacked up. So just kind of maneuvering through that, still staying true to yourself because I'm such a helpful person, and it's hurt me a lot of times. And it's like, do I give up on being that nice, helpful, cheery, let me help people win person because a few people have stabbed me in the back, or do I be like, you know what? Well, now I'm one of y'all. I'm hard than a motherfucker out here. I'm not helping nobody do shit, and fuck all y'all. Can we cuss on here?
Yeah,
um,
after you cuss 72 times, you ask that. No, you can cuss over here. Do you?
okay, sorry. I got a mouth of a sailor. My grandmother said that to me in the seventh grade.
No, you
So
good. That's this the real Ish Radio Network. We not filtering nothing. If
okay.
that's you, be you.
Yeah. So it's just it's weird. Everybody like me, I'm not into using people, and I'm definitely not into manipulating people to get what I want out of them because they have something that I want. Like, I don't know. And it's a lot of envy out here, and people will be in your face and be envious. And I'm genuinely happy when people win. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful too. It's just LA is crazy. And I get it. People are here trying to make it. They're desperate. I've always been a popular person, class of 2000 homecoming queen. So this shit don't shake me. You know how hard it is to get a whole school to vote for you, nigga. I'm out here. Shit, fuck these
That's what's
Hollywood
up.
niggas.
Yeah, so you keep that same energy. So you bringing that same energy to LA and you doing your
Uh huh.
thing. So what would you think? What was your break in LA to take you to the next level from when you first came here?
Man. So okay, let me think what my break was. Let me give you guys a little bit background so you understand something real quick. So before I was in comedy, 5 years I was backstage for the comedy shop, right?
Hmm.
And that's when all the the major comics. So when I moved to LA, I had known a lot of the bigger name people, the Chris Spencers and Mike Epps and all these people that I had met from being back home, Joy Wells and all these people, 586, my frat brother. But from doing the comedy shop, which I used to open every weekend once I started doing comedy. So when I
Hmm.
moved here, I had got a lot of love. And it was weird because this is pivotal in my career. Everybody thought I was sleeping with people when I first got here. I got to give you a little bit of the background before I give you the break.
Okay.
Um, and I think it's very difficult, especially being a woman and a female comedian. Well, that's the same thing. People think that I'm very funny. I can outright a lot of these men. I'm very, very funny. And they didn't understand that concept. So it always like, she's sleeping with somebody, she's sleeping with somebody. And I got to open for Mike Epps, which was a really big break at the we flew up to see it was in Seattle as well at the Paramount Theater, which is a huge theater, and it kind of solidified my next level of okay, you can do thousands. I was always doing hundreds, but to do a
Hmm.
huge theater, you know what I'm saying? That was a big break for me, and a lot of people start hitting me after that show like, okay, she that gave her a little bit of grounding. Um I think for social media wise it'd be working with All Deaf Digital, It's a huge
Okay.
platform. I'm on there because they gave me my own show. I'm getting ready to have my own mom show on All Deaf Women's. The network drops April 1st, actually. But I've been on there for years.
Dope.
And I think just, being able to work with Russell Simmons and do all that was big. And a lot of people don't know I was on Jamie Foxx, our morning show. I was on Sirius XM for a long time. So in my radio break to my first radio is Jamie Foxx over at Foxhole. So different stuff like a lot of people don't know because a lot of stuff ain't on social media that I've had different breaks in a lot of avenues and a lot of my fans aren't even on social media. It's a lot of older people as well just from doing radio and things like that. And movie wise, switching the script 2011, my very first movie ever, I'm co-starring Denise Lawton and freaking Ray J, Bobby Valentino. I had the besides the main character, I had the most lines, and I helped write on it. So I've done a lot of movies. People don't even know I got 8, 9 movies at all Redbox, Walmart that I've written on, helped produce, and co-starred in. So it's when you start digging, you're like, damn, I didn't know she was doing all
Mhm.
this.
Exactly, exactly. But that's the reason, the point of this show. Like I said, the point of this show is to give you your flowers while you're here. You know what I mean? A lot of people are doing their thing and they're going through different trials, tribulations, and made it through and making it to be successful. And I think your
Hmm.
story should be heard. Like you said, a lot of people don't even know all this. Me personally, of course, I did some digging because I knew you was going to be on the show. But prior to that dig, I just knew you from ADD, and then I saw your stand up at the Keep Your Distance show. So I knew you from the skits and all that stuff from that. But I didn't know about all the acting until I started digging into your catalog. I know about you being a writer. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to add that into the intro. I said actor and writer
Wow.
because I noticed that you are here doing your thing, and I think a lot of people may not even notice. Like you said, like it's new to me. It was new to me. I know it's new to other people that just might know you from the social media world and don't know that you've been getting credits prior to this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely what the whole point of this show is to bring that to the forefront and let people know. We show love, especially if I'm entertained or like your what you do. I'm definitely want to share it with people. You know what I mean? That was my thing.
Yeah.
Like I say, I had caught wind of you. Like I say, from different videos on YouTube, all deaf or whatever. But when I seen your comedy show in October, I became a fan of you, not just you being in skits with other people. Because I'm like, and if I'm not mistaken, was you the opener? You went like first or second. You didn't go deep into the rotation, if I'm not
Nope.
mistaken.
I think I was. I think I might have been second or third,
Applied a
second
lot
or
of
third.
pressure that night. So how did that feel? Because like you said, you're a new mom. Your baby just turned 2. Beautiful lady. I was messing with you on Instagram. You was Mama Bear at the park the other day.
Oh
Uh,
my goodness! Right now, we
yes,
had to leave. I was like, I
yeah.
need to
I
go
know.
home.
I know how that could be. So what being a mom changed your as a comedian? Because of course it's a whole new lane, and plus, I noticed that your whole thing was about being a mom.
Yeah.
So what about being a mom changed you as a comedian, as just as a woman?
Well, one, if you listen to all my prior comedy, it's fuck these kids. I ain't never having kids. Plan B master. I take my morning after pills like Skittles, pal. I took a morning after pill with this baby. I talk about that. Like, yo, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna just have to stick with this because I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? I'm what? Getting ready to be 39 with a 2-year-old. I didn't plan on having kids, so everybody knows me as the party turn up, don't give a fuck, like, hey. And now you're like, so you got a baby, huh? And what I talk about how it changed my comedy is I've always been honest, but I'm so honest on motherhood that people are constantly in my inbox like, I love how you tell the truth. I love, man, I don't sugarcoat this shit. I talk about how my baby is not even in my top 10 on best thing. They be like, my kids are the best thing that ever happened to me. I be like, my baby not even in my top 10. Like, I fuck with her heavy the long way, but I have lived and done some way cooler shit than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be like it's just funny to me because I like to the honesty and I feel like I help a lot of women. I get a lot of women with postpartum depression. Like I live stream me 3 in the morning, ran away and was hiding in a laundromat crying. It was too much. The overwhelming pressure, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're so honest." Because everywhere in a world where, especially right now, everybody's faking for perfection. So
Yep.
I feel like my new lane is, man, fuck these kids. You tired. You don't got to bounce back. All these celebrities bouncing back. Bitch, you don't have a chef at the house. You don't have the money they do. You don't have to snap back. Like, man, shit, some being at one point be getting baths twice a week. Like, she don't even be doing nothing yet. Until she start really going outside, I'm not wasting my time doing this shower shit all the time. Like, I just be keeping it real, and I think that's what people appreciate the most about it. And the hospital almost killed me. Black women, we die at a 248% higher rate. than anybody in childbirth. And I talk about that on stage because I was literally sitting there dying. Like, damn, I didn't know I was gonna be in a 248. Like, I talk about this shit. Like, I am dying around this motherfucker because they forgot to give me a catheter and my bladder exploded. Like, all this type of crazy shit. So I love to talk about how motherhood ain't shit. And so I keep my same energy from everything. Now it'd be like, yo, the miracle life is a lie. I don't know how the earth is populated, bitch. Don't have no kids. This shit is terrible. But I love my daughter. I ride for her, but if there was another way to get him here, God. So it's just it just is watching the party person switch, which most women, it's like we used to be so turned up, and then we got that motherhood switch, and how do we balance being ourselves? And you know, I just tell the truth, the shit that parents really, really want to hear, not even sugarcoat it. Like, damn, I'm tired. I posted an ugly ass picture of me in labor. I mean, it's terrible. I look like the Loch Ness monster. I was like, how you bitches be cute in labor and delivery? I'm out here dying. Like, so
So I think
just
that's why people gravitate to you, the honesty. You know what I'm saying? It's so, like you say, it's so many people that's fronting for the gram or just in life, stunting and really miserable at home and trying to make things, I don't know, put up this fake facade. And I think the reality of you just being real, it make people gravitate to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm never going to birth a kid, but I felt what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I was engaged to the whole story. And so did like comedians look at you different after that set? Because I believe you was one of the few standing O's out that whole series.
oh,
And I mean,
let me
and that was early in the
excuse me,
show. Like I mean,
the
the first. Oh
first
my
to have
bad,
the
my bad.
first.
The
They
first.
got on stage and was like, "Yo, we ain't never seen a standing O," and they were months in. They had several shows. It what is, but a lot of the crowd was comedians, and these are people Tony Baker and Tahir Moore and Kev that I've been rocking with for years, over 10 years. So they know my strength. So it wasn't even that they looked at me different. It was more of we are watching her become everything we already know she is. Like them guys have the utmost respect and belief in my talent. So I think for them, like you could just hear them laughing in the background because some of that stuff I just kept flowing, like the part that was in red. Off their laughter, I'm tagging a lot of stuff of my own jokes that wasn't even originally in there. Even the singing, all that, I just kept going. And so what I heard was what I already know is, damn, we already know she's this good. So watching her blossom into that, they were excited. I don't think they looked at me any different. I just think they looked at me like, yo, this, we already know, we waiting for this level up. Cause all of them were like, yo, this is your next level. This is your lane. Like you've leveled up. And I have, and I feel I have completely leveled up. Cause I was kind of over my old shit. Like, and I have a lot of material, but I was just done with it. And then it just leveled up. I was like, yo, this is where I'm supposed
Yeah,
to
guys,
be.
I know the momentum was there because that night and that morning, all through the social media, all I heard was your
Oh
name
my
mentioned,
God.
mentioned, mentioned. Clips from the show, people was posting in stories. It went nuts. It definitely went up, and I was like, man, I was proud. Like, damn, she did her thing. And what I like, I told people that everybody I told I was having you on the show. I'm like, bro, she went on there straight gas, no brakes the whole time. Like I haven't seen a consistent set like that ever. You know what I'm saying? Because it was
Mm,
nonstop. Now you have some dry spots in comedy. Like you bring the audience back in or whatever, or you tell a story and people. But it was like once you got on there, you had that Bruce Leroy glow, and you ain't shut off until it was time for you to walk off the stage. And I think that people was looking like, wow. You know what I'm saying? You can see the energy, like you can like almost hear certain people's laugh in the background. So you know who's there. You know
mm-hmm.
what I mean? But
Yeah.
when you see the public who was watching it virtually, they screenshotting or video recording and posting it up. I mean, I thought that was just dope. And I was like, yeah, she about to take off.
Oh, I was at the house crying reading that. Just like because this is literally my second time doing these. You know what I'm saying? These it's my new baby. I've been writing it forever. I don't know how it's going to be received. Most comics, we don't go up and do a whole new set. The last part that wasn't new was Cartier, which is that's just how I end it. But it's everything that I have been working on. You usually throw little pieces in. I'm like, yo, I'm going with a. We just gonna see what happens, and to see that amount of love, but to the fans are one thing because comedy, our comrades, they know us, they love us, they watch us grow. But to see Kev's whole audience just be like, "Yo, we love this girl," Angel, she was like, Kanisha's been thus far the best one. I'm just like, wait, what is happening off of my baby? Like, this is
I remember they
crazy.
said that. I seen her say that on the podcast. I seen her say that on the
Uh huh.
podcast. Like the next podcast after the show, she was bigging you up. Like they was
Dang, I
talking
gotta
about the
go
show, and
see
she was like,
that.
yeah, but she was like, but Kanisha, you know what I'm saying? Like she cut everybody off, like, and just had a whole little, spiel about how you went down there and did your thing. Like you went off, and you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like getting love from your peers and then the new audience that's getting on to you. Because I wish it was like replayable to show more people that set, but I'm sure you're gonna bring it out somewhere else. But it was definitely dope. And like I say, it made me a fan, and the people that I put on to you was like, yeah, she is funny. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, you
Thank
get
you.
funny from the skits, but that's different when it's portrayed on stage because it's easy to bounce funny off of people. When it's just you and the mic,
Yeah.
it takes a certain type of skill to do that.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah. And I have this set, and I just keep watching it over and over, going, damn, this is, sometimes you impress yourself and you're just like, this is it. It lets me know that the next part of my life, and what I'm supposed to be doing is catering to these parents. Like, yo, I'm a soccer toddler. My daughter just turned 2. I'm about to punch her in the neck because I, I went to the bathroom, and because we're vegan, so I have these vegan crab cakes. I went and pee. I came back. She ate all my vegan crab cakes on the floor, talking about ow, faking like pointing. She got she got crab cakes everywhere. I'm like, did you just eat all my mother? I'm telling you, I'm over this.
Trust me, I
I
know how
like it when
those
she
vegans.
sat still.
My
Just
wife is
hold
vegan. I know how the vegans are about their food. They don't. It's a whole
on.
different
And I'm
ball
a
game.
Taurus. Taurus, we don't play about food. That's our shit. We're
I'm a
like, nah,
Taurus too.
that's.
When your birthday?
I'm May
When
10th.
your birthday?
May 10th.
April 26th.
Okay, you're April Taurus. You guys are a little bit calmer than us. You guys got a little bit more rationale than we do. The May Tauruses be off the chain. Like, god damn.
That's hilarious. So what's coming
It's
up
the
next? You
best.
got any shows coming up?
Yeah, actually, I mean, for people now, like, let me pull out my phone because you didn't. I should have already had this written down. So one thing that I have a bunch of some shows coming up this weekend. So I'm about to tell y'all once I go open my phone. I
Now,
don't
are
know if it's
these
all
in person
streaming.
shows or are these virtual?
See, these ones are these ones are in person. That's the crazy part. The next couple ones are all in person in Los Angeles. But streaming wise, damn, I can't break the news yet because I don't know if I'm under NDA or not. I don't know if I'm not supposed to say that. Watch out in April. There's something that's going to be a really big show for me in April. I can't tell you who it's by, but it will be streaming. So please be looking out on it because I haven't got the word I can
Yeah.
say
So once
anything.
you get that information, just shoot it to me. You know, we'll definitely share it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You know how we gonna definitely support whatever you're doing. We gonna come through there and show up, show out for you. That's for sure. And what
Okay.
about you? Are you going on tour anytime soon, or are you just doing LA right now?
Oh yeah, I'm not leaving the house no time. I'm not gonna be flying. I got the baby. We don't got, I don't know what's under wraps. Me, I enjoy the virtual, even right now, like everybody says, we be on here with no bottoms on. I like not getting dressed, no shoes. I just got a shirt and a jacket on. I'm comfortable. So if I could do all my shows from the house, I love. Also, all deaf women's is launching April 1st, which is, I believe, what, tomorrow, Tuesday? What, I don't know what the day is, you guys. I'm all over the place. But so it's
I
a
think it's
whole new
Thursday.
branch of all deaf women's. There's so many. We're catering towards women. I have a new show on there, and we're getting ready to start filming as well. So I have my own podcast talk show on there, and it's gonna be off the
Dope.
chain. It is a parenting show, and I'm talking about we getting raw, dirty, and clowning these kids. Kanisha versus John Cia season 2 will be coming to all deaf women's as well. I don't know if you got John C. Dixon, an incredible funny comedian out of DC, who
Yeah, I
we
know who
do a
she is.
lot of stuff together. Yeah, so and if season 1 of Kanisha versus John C. was fire, I know you guys been waiting a couple years for that. Now season 2 will be coming out on All Deaf Women's as well. So keep on the look for that. I am leaving to Atlanta to film a movie, but that's all I can say right now. I can't give out too much information on that. And you should be seeing a DVD taping coming out soon with a major network. I can't say who yet. Everything is like I can't say. It was supposed to happen pre-COVID, which I'm glad it waited because it let me work out this new stuff. So that's why Kevon Studios, you guys got to get his app. It is totally amazing. You can see everything. You can watch all the Keep Your Distances. I know a lot of people will be looking for my set, but I can't have it up anywhere because that set is already sold to this company that is going to be great for my career. So all these things that are coming up, I just got to kind of simmer on them right now. But I'll be keeping you
Oh no, that's
informed so you can
yeah. Definitely
let
keep me
me know.
informed because I'm definitely gonna have you come through and kick it with the cigars with friends. I'm gonna have a ladies' night on that podcast, and we're gonna chop it up and talk our shit on that as well. But I definitely had one to get you on here so we can definitely chop it up and show you some love and like let my audience tap in with you. So I have another question for you, like far as COVID. Now, how did COVID affect you, far as business wise? Because I know that some people it was a leveling up season because we had a chance to sit our ass still and focus on doing other things or perfecting what we were doing right now. So how did it affect you and coming in being a new mom during a pandemic?
Okay, two things. One, last thing I didn't add, I have a vegan cookbook that's dropping soon as well. So look out for that. It's called Fat Vegan. It's all the good shit, none of the weird shit. All the yeah, I don't know if you follow my cook. Well, I be posting my meals. Everybody be like, "Yo, what? Anything you name, I'm flipping except for steaks. I can't make no steak is a steak. But anything outside of that, I
Mhm.
be flipping. You should see all the food I just cooked for the birthday party, and I've invented so many meals. So my vegan
I'm
cookbook,
gonna have to
Fat
plug. I'm
Vegan,
gonna
will be
plug
out.
you in. I'm gonna plug you in with the wife. She's actually a vegan and she's a certified personal trainer and nutritionist. And she be on that healthy. She more on the healthy side of the vegan. But y'all definitely maybe can throw some ideas back and forth because she on that vegan tip serious. So I'm still a
Oh
carnivore,
yeah.
but it is
Mm-mm.
what it is.
No, but I
But
know
back to what I was
anything
saying.
people want to eat, they could eat. So, but for me,
Yeah.
honestly, the pandemic. So, what people have to understand, I was on bed rest 7 months. My whole pregnant, I was sick my whole pregnancy. Then I was at home for 8 months with Bean. Right, right as I came back out, I had Sacramento State. I was getting back on the road. I had like a few shows in Sacramento. Came home, the world got shut down. So for me, I had already been in quarantine. I was like, you got me 50 shades of fucked up. I can't keep sitting in the house like this. So I was like, okay, I was already on quarantine. I was going crazy. I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do? I have gotten so many online shows, yo. I have made more money online than I had in the last 2 years being home. So for
Mhm.
me, I could be home with my daughter. Like right now, her dad did just go to his brother's house down the street. So I honestly prefer COVID. Like I don't have to be nowhere. I don't have to. Once I'm done, I'm done. I'm tired of putting on high heels. My pinky toe died 8 years ago. I don't have to get dressed from the bottom up. I could do light makeup. And well, you do get free drinks, but at least it's the way I like being a bartender. So I can make my own drinks before I get on here. And then I can just get into bed when I'm done. I ain't gotta drive home. Ain't gotta and I the one thing I do miss is the interaction with people. Like I love seeing everybody after the show, taking pictures. I miss that. But as far as like even money wise, I made more money at home than I have in a long time just being at home being a mom, and I don't have to leave my daughter. So I actually prefer this. And a lot of comedians can't adjust to the online shows. Like so I'm one of few comedians who be like, I love doing online stand. I have a whole stand-up setup. We got the DJ. I be doing all type like my shit be live. I have one on Friday. I have an online show, 30 minutes, and then I go do a live in-person show right after that. Like, because they're bringing some in-person shows back. But I'm telling you, I'm like, okay. And then they cash app you your money before. See, back in the day at the club, you sitting there waiting for them to give you your money. You're not sure you're gonna get all your money get paid. Now you're like, okay, you gotta cash app me 10 minutes for the show start. It ain't no. So I'm getting all my money these times, all my
Yeah.
coins. So I'm loving the pandemic has blown a lot of people up and made a lot of people way more money than they was making, especially with these EDD cards that I did not partake in, and I'm very sad.
Yeah, like a lot of people leveled up, and a lot of people rebranded. Like a lot of people that people
Yeah.
didn't even know was out here doing the thing. Like for instance, we were just talking earlier today. We were talking about D Nice. I was on the phone with my uncle, and he was like, a lot of people think that D Nice just is new from Instagram. I'm like, nah, like Nice been around since the
Right.
'80s. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Motherfucker produced self destruction. He did the beat. So, but a lot of people don't know that. There's a new wave of people just getting on to D Nice because of COVID. A lot of people
Man,
don't even know
so
that.
many. Look, let's forget that. How about that verses? They have quadrupled everybody streaming. With verses was one of the best things born out of COVID. A
Yeah,
lot of nice ass shit been born out of COVID, and that verses is everything, yo. Like everything. So
yeah, they got
people made it
one this
work.
weekend. I think Earth, Wind, and Fire against the
And the
Isley
Isley
Brothers.
brothers, oh my gosh, you know I'm gonna be
Easter
sipping some
Sunday.
cognac.
And I like that they on Thriller now. That way you can easily beam it to the TV. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that's
Oh.
definitely dope. Like, there's a lot of different levels up. A lot of entrepreneurs started through this phase. A lot of businesses, a lot of people just
Mm-hmm.
seeing new ways. And then I think a lot of people situations got better. Like just being at home. Like I know 2019, I was ripping. I'm a photographer. I do t-shirt. I got a multiple businesses, so I'm always running. Got to go here, shoot this, meet this person there, drop these shirts off, go mail these out of state. And that's COVID set my ass down because I actually had it. I caught it March 14th of last
Ooh,
year. And,
that's
and them 12 days that, whew, let me tell you, I lost like 20 pounds, couldn't eat nothing. My legs were so skinny, and I had 102 temperature. It just go down and come right back. You know what I'm saying? So 2020 for
I
me
know I ain't shit.
financially,
I was like, wait, they losing weight on COVID? Hold up. They didn't tell me that part. A bitch would have been caught it. Fuck this mess. We
yeah,
dropping 20 in 12 days?
man, I dropped it so fast, man. And then it was just like my 2020 was so up and down. So that's one of the reasons why I do the podcast live now, just to build back the audience back up and just be more consistent, because 2020 was all over the place. Like we had some good things, and actually today is the anniversary of my house catching on fire last year. I had a house fire March 30th last year, so it was just so much, but I couldn't keep. You know how you got so much going
Yeah.
on, you can't really focus. Do a podcast, don't do nothing for a month. Do another one, but now that we settled, all that is over with. I'm about to sell the house. They almost done rebuilding it. I'm in a good position. So now that I'm knocking them out, and like we built the network. We actually got 5 shows on this network now. I do 2. My wife and my sisters-in-laws got one called Sisters Talking Ish. One of my college friends, Blaine, she got a live show where she interview people. And then my little sister got a show. It's called Transparency Place, where she, women talk and interview. So we building it. Like the app is taking off. That's all because of 2020. I was able to focus and sit still for a minute and build it. Like I built my own app. Like we're streaming right now on Facebook on 2 pages, YouTube, and via my mobile app, the Real Ish Radio app.
Oh,
So
I love it.
like the
I
COVID
love it.
wasn't all bad. It wasn't all good, but it wasn't all bad. You know what I mean? So we took advantage of what we could take advantage of. I'm just glad to see that people coming up out of it, better than they was before.
Yeah. But relationships is taking a hit because, I almost lost
Oh
my
yeah,
man to COVID.
go either
You know
way
what
on that
I'm
tip.
saying? I almost lost my
Yeah,
man to
because
quarantine. I was like,
you're not used to being
you know,
around people that much.
I said this on stage. You're not supposed to see somebody you love this motherfucking much. Me, and I'm one of those people. I was hard to settle down anyway. I love men. I love it. I get tired of the same thing anyway. So to have to keep repeatedly see, I can't miss you. Like I need you to do something. I don't care if you just sit outside for a little bit. I got to be able to miss you too. Like, oh my God, anything. And I know I was getting on his nerves too. The way I chewed, I could tell every time I ate something, he was about to leap over and chew. I'm like, damn, can I eat in peace? Like anything. And you got a new baby too. Like a lot of people are taking that relationship shit hard. Everybody I talked to then broke up. I was like, but y'all still, they was like, I mean, we still live together because of COVID. You can't go nowhere, but I can't stand this motherfucker. I'm like, shit, me too. I get it.
It's a lot, man. It could be a make or break situation being in such close quarters for so long with people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Used to having your space. And when you don't have that definitely could be a make or break situation. Definitely. It's definitely, man. So, like I say, I just wanted to, like I say, stop by and kick it with you, man. Show you some love to you, and I'm sure they're gonna
I appreciate it.
definitely follow you and rewatch. We dealing with some niggas, so more people gonna catch it on the replay than they is live. But they definitely in here. I see them, and I'm seeing comments. People love, and that's a beautiful thing. But before we get out of here, I want to let everybody know how they can keep in contact with you, where to follow you at. I got your Instagram at the bottom of the screen, but for the people that's going to hear the audio version that'll be on all streaming platforms in the next 48 hours, they're not going to be able to see that. So let them know how to get in
Okay.
contact with you, or just what you're doing.
Okay. Kanisha Bus, KANISHABUSS on Instagram for the parents out there. Momish, MOM_ISH underscore is my other Instagram page where we just focus on parenting and saying, yelling out fuck these kids. Follow me on YouTube, Kanisha Bus. I am revamping my YouTube channel. You talked a lot about that. I have a new unboxing show coming out. So I have thousands of stuff that people have sent me, and we're just unboxing the shit, talking crazy. It's all type of stuff that came to me. So make sure you follow my YouTube. It's a lot of good stuff on there. I remember I was on the bus, video courting Brian Pumper, macking bitches down with puppies and dollar bills. If you're in the porn world, you know who that is. You can also follow me on Facebook, my Facebook fan page, which I'm building up as well, because that's where all the money is, Kanisha Bus. So make sure you follow that fan page as well, too. And just be on the lookout. I'll be dropping all the stuff that I can't really talk about right now soon. Hopefully, COVID keeps pushing back development, but just follow me. It's Kanisha Bus everywhere. And also Cash App is Kanisha Bus. And, OnlyFans if this shit don't plan out. If they don't approve my EDD, follow me on OnlyFans. It'll still be under Kanisha Bus. Because I mean, what would you do if your son was at home crying all alone? I'm like, well, shit, let me log in.
Hey,
They
you got
paying
to do.
bitches for feet. Hey,
Yeah,
listen.
I heard it's money over there. It's money over there for sure.
Oh, I have
Like I
really
said,
cute feet. I know people getting $20,000 for feet. For feet.
so you about to be out there slinging feet pics?
I'm about to start singing feet pic and titty pics. Like, how much y'all I mean, if feet is getting 20,000, titty could at least get 60. Shit, fuck this. I'm tired of this shit.
Hey, that might be the come up. That might be the come up. Man, I
I'm
appreciate you
telling you.
taking time out kicking with. Hold on for a second. We're gonna chop it up offline. Everybody, appreciate y'all pulling up tonight, and make sure y'all like, share. If you're watching this on Facebook, like it, share. If you're watching on YouTube, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure y'all download my app, the Real Ish Radio app, realisradioapp.com. Free download, works on iOS, works on Android, and it works on your desktop. You can even have it on your computer. Support the movement. We're growing, man. We got a couple new shows coming. We recording Sisters Talking Ish tomorrow. Blaine got a show tomorrow as well. Then Thursday I'll be back with Cigars with Friends, and then we're doing our thing, man. We're building and growing, and we just appreciate y'all love. And until next time,
Hi guys, I'm Hi guys, I'm Kalia.
I'm Salita.
And we want to welcome you to our new podcast called Sisters Talking Ish on the Real Ish Radio Network.
So download the app at realisradioapp.com. And you can also watch us on Facebook and YouTube and listen to the audio on all streaming platforms.